Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott now. Open man is Arcega right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. First down, Prescott. That's going to be caught. Arcega right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A give for Stevenson, running right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Prescott now on 2nd down. A swing pass here to Edwards. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Again, it's Edwards. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Edwards going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Hey, kill!
Play action now, Prescott. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now Prescott. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Walton. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuebu now. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Albert O, 50 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, It allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second down, Prescott. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to get that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Walton got a man, and he hits him in stride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Seven Pirates! Top low 18!
Throwing on first down. Walton. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Walton. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Trap 60! Trap 60!
Back to throw again. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll run with Etienne. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Travis Etienne, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. He may go. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Prescott off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
79 Broncos.
Now a play fake here on first down. This ball deep for Tony. And that's going to be incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. Off play action. Walton. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
On 1st and 10, Walton. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Walton. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On third down, here's Williams. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Walton. The open man is Westbrook. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So second and 4 from the 22. Looking to throw. Walton. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Walton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Butker's kick here is good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Alert! Alert! 18 rattle! 18 rattle!
Following the fumble recovery, Walton. Open man right side is Tony. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and a couple. Back to throw. Walton. That is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Final play of the half. Prescott looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Off the play fake. Walton. They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run once more with Edwards. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that...
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20, Javonte Williams. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 71 yards. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. This will be caught. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Buffalo 18. Ready, go.
Off play action. Walton. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They try the left side here with Williams. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Check smash. 70 Ranger.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Check, Bobcat.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's complete to Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Go! Hey, Matt.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, Prescott on 4th. And now here is another interception. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves. And my goodness, another interception. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. Mustang 19.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Throwing on 1st down. Walton. And that'll be caught by Tony. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 2nd down. Walton. He'll get that complete to Alberto. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is on. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
Get it. Dragon 60.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
On 1st and 10, Walton. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, no.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Blake. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. On play action, Prescott. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito now with his second sack here on opening night.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ready? No, no.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 9. Etienne once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, this was not just the opener.